Welcome, Tom No from Fifth Round, coming to you from Lake Forest, California, site of Rain Training Center, here with Mark Munoz, celebrating the 1-year anniversary. Mark, man, it seemed like it was just yesterday we were here for your grand opening, huh?
That's right. I know. We were just right there in front of the big rain sign. Now we're in a big matted area. So a lot has changed, a lot has changed. And yeah, it just seemed like yesterday when you were interviewing me, but felt like there's a lot of stuff that happened through this year. And yeah, I'm so blessed to be able to have this, man. This is what I love to do. I love to teach. I love to coach, and I love to fight. So actually compete. I'm not saying I love to fight, but I love to compete. And I'm so blessed to have this.
Right. Did you think that in 1 year's time you'd be able to, generate that much notoriety for your gym? I mean, it's becoming a pretty good stable within MMA right now.
No, I was kind of just stepping one foot in front of the other, taking it step by step. And, it was my goal to be able to have that. But, for me, it's whoever comes through the doors, I'm going to try to give as much as I can to them when it comes to MMA and wrestling. I'm going to try to give as much as I know to them, as much as I, my knowledge to be able to give to them. And then at the same time, when I do that, they give back to me. So, I treat people the way I want to be treated, and, thank goodness that I'm blessed with the people that I have around me. My training partners, my trainers, man, there's so many guys that walk through these doors that are just awesome fighters and awesome people too, man. So it's great to be able to have, Rain Training Center and just all my training partners. I feel so blessed for sure.
Obviously, it's only your first year. This isn't the top for you guys. What do you got to make sure you get to the next level, whatever that may be?
For me, it's always improving. It's always improving on my weaknesses and making them my strengths. I always tell everybody that. Every day I work on my weaknesses. I feel like my stand-up is my weakness still. I'm always going to feel that way. And then when I feel like, okay, I need to work on my submission defense, then I'm going to work on my submission defense constantly. But I always work on my weaknesses. There's not a day that I don't ever work on my weaknesses, because that's when I know where, strength is found in your weakness. If people don't know that, you better get in the know, because, for me, I'm getting more well-rounded as the days go by, I just feel more comfortable on my feet now, and I know I got power in my hands, and, now every day goes by, and I'm going to have more confidence every time a day goes by, for sure.
Nice. Well, you built quite a team atmosphere here, and that's something that you're really known for. You look out for your guys, like you said. You expect them to return the favor. Yeah. You being a fighter and owning a gym, right now the hot topic in MMA is teammate versus teammate. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, that's a touchy subject. I come from the sport of wrestling, and you have a lot of training partners in wrestling, but wrestling is not a sport where you support your family. And it gets touchy when you start talking about money, when you start talking about supporting your family, when you start talking about that stuff, and that's kind of the. I think in anything you got to be able to communicate, and it's like myself, it's like me and Anderson Silva. Me and Anderson train together, and we're very good friends. And I'm making my way to the top, and he is at the top, and that's obviously what I'm shooting for. I don't want to fight Anderson, but at the same time, I know it's part of our job, and so, that's something where I have to cross that bridge when it comes, and I have to talk to Anderson, and we have to communicate, and so, for me, it's about communication and, letting him know, like, hey, Anderson, I don't want to fight you, and that's something we have to talk about, and being able to confront issues like that and be honest together, that's what it's all about, friendships, relationships, that's what it boils down to, is honesty, and communication. So it's a hot topic, but at the same time, it's getting, right now, the elite fighters, there's not that many elite fighters. As the sport grows, there's going to be a lot more elite fighters, and so you're going to see less and less of it as the sport grows. Right now, the elite fighters are few, and so guys that train together might have to fight, but now there's more camps coming in, more gyms popping up. Now there's like different camps that are elsewhere, and so it'll be to the point where you can have your own camp, and and not fight your friends, you know. But right now, it's just at that point.
So as of right now, you've never approached Anderson or even joked around, hey man, one day, maybe we might go. Never come up?
No, it's never come up. I mean, we kind of joked about it, and it's like I said, I cross that bridge when it comes, and that's something that we have to talk about, And he's a very good friend of mine, and I respect him very much as a fighter and as a friend too.
Well, speaking of your next opponent, UFC has got you lined up against Damian Maia, very talented grappler. Tell us about him. Obviously, we know about his ground game. What can you bring that other general fans don't know about Maia?
Maia, like you said, is very good on the ground, and I know that. But no one has really seen my ground game either. And not to say that I'm going to challenge him on the ground, but I feel comfortable where the fight is. I have a lot of training partners that are good on the ground. Fabricio Verdun being one, Marcel Lozado, Hidon Henner Gracie, Jason Mayhem Miller is a black belt now. Under Fabricio. So guys are I got a lot of good guys that I'm training with. So I feel more and more comfortable. And the only things I get caught with are the things that I don't know about, that I haven't seen before. I feel like I've seen a lot, and I get in situations where I know what's coming. But at the same time, I know a fight's a fight, and you might get caught with something. But I want to get to where I'm training so hard, and I've seen so many things that I don't see anything new in the fight, and that I know what's coming, and I feel confident wherever the fight goes. But at the same time, I'm going to enforce my style. Right. And I'm going to enforce, if he wants to take me down, keep it up standing. If I want to take him down, I'll take him down. So, regardless of where it's at, you're going to see bombs flying.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've never been one to be really shy about your game plan. You're a wrestler, ground and pounder. Yeah. But then against Maia, if you do that, you're kind of going into his world. Oh, sure. But you've really excelled, obviously, with your hands within the last couple of fights. Would you not even want to go there and just test, let's see where your hands are at the whole fight?
I'm not saying that I'm going to guarantee that it doesn't go there. It might even go there. But if it does, you're going to see bombs flying on the ground. If it doesn't, you're going to see bombs flying on the feet. So, of course, for me, I want to fight my fight. I don't want to fight Damian's fight. So, obviously, he's good on the ground. I don't want to be there, But if it does go there, so be it, I'm going to look to get back to my feet, look to fight hands. Or if I'm on top, look to posture. I know what to look out for. And so, I'm getting more and more comfortable inside the octagon, and this is a good test for me. He's a very tough opponent, and it's going to be an honor to fight him for sure.
You've won 5 out of your last 6. So if you beat Maia, 6 out of your last 7. He just came off a title fight a couple fights ago, and he's only lost to Silva and Marquardt. Yeah. If you put a finish on him, it'd be tough to argue that you wouldn't be up there, right?
Yeah, I know a win over Maia would catapult me to top 5. I know that for sure. And, for me, it's all about putting on a show and improving every time I step into the octagon. That's what it's about for me. And I know a lot of people love how I fight, and because I do throw bombs every time I step into the cage. I'm not one to hold back, and that's just who I am. That's who I am as a fighter, man. I don't hold back just to score points. I go out there just to finish the fight every single time. So yeah, it is going to catapult me to where I want to be. Every fight's going to get me there. And Damian Maia, like I said, it's going to be an honor, and I would love to make a statement in this fight.
Thank you. Well, we want to wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on your gym. Thanks so much for your time and hosting us here today at 5th Round.